Have you ever started talking but realized you forgot to turn on the camera? Yeah. Now on to what I was supposed to say as my intro. Yeah. Have in my past videos you heard this sound? Well, that's the sound of me pressing my enter key on my keyboard, which turns the recording on the camera on. You know, I have my camcorder connected to FireWire, which is pretty useful, but, you know, rather than, you know how in some people's vlogs you see they just reach for the camera, turn it off and on? Yeah, instead of doing that, I just have to do that. Which might be annoying, but at least I don't have to reach. I can have fun with this. Easy editing right here. See, this is the kind of stuff where I would like to leave in, but when my video begins to go over 4 minutes, this is the kind of stuff I just cut out because it's completely irrelevant. And I get a lot of these. So yeah, you know, with the exception of not cutting much out, it's pretty much an open topic to talk about this week. And I guess I'll talk about my life. My life has been between... Oh, frick. How did I just end my last sentence? Whatever. My life has pretty much been about these. I'm not sure if you can read them, but if you can't tell, they are schools and such. I've been researching where to go after I graduate, and it's kind of between 2 or 3 schools now, but also the fact of I could just stay another year of high school and work things out, earn more credits, and make money. For Joanne and Jessica, maybe, and maybe some of you've heard of it. If you want it, I'm leaning kind of towards Guelph or Waterloo. And one thing I love about Guelph that I just researched is they have an abroad program that includes me studying at the University of Copenhagen and the University of Plymouth, even though Kate's on the other side of the country. And I'm betting in another school for studying to be a deacon. But I wouldn't be that far from you guys, I don't think. If only I think I'm just going into environmental science and studies. There seems to be a recurring theme of books. I've been meaning to read a lot more books, mainly because I have English next semester, and, you know, in Canada, getting a good grade in English is pretty much essential to anything you want to go into university. Anything. It's everywhere. Damn it. So yeah, I just want to get a head start, but the problem is that different teachers have different book lists. I mean, one of the final assignments is to read your own book and do a novel study, and they give you a list of books to choose from. And unfortunately, I have a teacher that I don't think has ever taught grade 12, so I don't know what his or her book list is. You know, one of my friends has Life of Pi, which I would love because I've already read that, and The Great Gatsby, which I would love to read, and Frankenstein and all other such books, but I have no idea if my teacher's gonna have the same list, so I could just be wasting my time. I also want to read more books because I want to write more, and I want to have a theme to work on in my books, and I kind of want to base my characters off of classics. Done, Cat 9. What is it, October now? I still got time to practice. What have I been talking about for the last 5 minutes? Oh, this video is a mess. Well, couple last things. And the other thing that's the only thing that's been really big about my schoolwork The only thing that's really been big in my life is schoolwork, as I'm sure you all can relate to, so I won't go much into that. Another thing is scholarships. It was a scholarship presentation today, and it put an emphasis on community service. Ah, crap, I should have volunteered more. I wish they told me this in grade 9. Sorry, it's too long. I'll see you tomorrow. And by the way, Jessica, Joanne, really forward to meeting you guys.